Hello, everybody. For me, it's good early afternoon, but for others, I know that we have times all around the world. Like Jacob says, good evening. As you guys come in, couple of quick things before I explain today's show. Please hit a thumbs up to show YouTube that you like this video and consider sharing it out, especially because I believe there's a lot of value in watching this live stream after the fact. This stream always grows in numbers and is always a way to be able to get just good, solid beard information. And my name's Dancy Beard. If you are new here, welcome to the channel, you guys. Chances are you're not, but hey, there may be somebody. And this show is called Beard Topics Live. We are on episode 28. Massive shout out to Deadman's Beard Co. We'll talk about them in a bit for sponsoring today and making this possible. This show is about a couple of things. First and foremost, it's about topics and questions that you guys submit that I believe are perfect for this type of situation, where we have the ability to talk in long form, transparent ways, where we have the ability to get feedback from the chat that can add in different perspectives. And it's just the perfect middle ground. Maybe these aren't ready for a dedicated video yet, or maybe a video has already been done, and this is just kind of bringing it back to the surface again. Or maybe it's something that isn't quite worth the video, but it's too much to just simply type in a little text response. And so it's better to hear the tone. It's better to hear the explanation, to ask questions, to add on and enrich the conversation. That's what I love. These topics are literally perfect for this stream, and it's so cool to see. Now, a couple of other goals of this stream. Number one is to reach people of random days and random times. I'm live every Monday and Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, never missing. I know that doesn't work for everybody. I know that's too late for some people. It's too early for other people. They've got family, they got sports, they got dinner, whatever's going on. I know that not everybody can make it live. So I want to be able to reach people at different times, but also kind of keep my flexible schedule going where I don't have too many commitments to kind of bog down the family. So that's awesome. And then another goal of this stream, you guys, is to bring awareness to these great sponsors. And a huge one is to have something that is similar to a podcast where you don't necessarily have to be here live looking at me. Now you can check out the beard, the hat, the studio, but you don't have to be here live looking at me to really appreciate the information and the conversation. So I want to make it so you can listen on replay on your drive home from work, on your day where you're mowing the lawn. Maybe you're like me. Last night I had to go get the trash. Whew, man, doing the trash in our house. And trust me, I know it could be way worse. We could not have a trash system. And I get it. But I got to go upstairs, get the bathroom, get the hallway, get the bedrooms. I got to go main floor, get the bedroom, get the bathroom, get the kitchen, got to go downstairs, do the kitty litter, get the, it's a whole lot on trash night. I literally put in an earpod and I just listen, not an AirPod, but just an earbud. And I listen to podcasts. And so if anybody does that with this stream, that's really, really cool. And quickly, I'd like to say hello to people in the chat. And thank you guys for being here so much. We have Curtis, Bearded Jedi, Mike, James. He says, appreciate Deadman's Beard Co. for the sponsorship today. Awesome. We got Sky, we got Notable, we got Steven, we got Jacob, Go Habs, Deadmans, Toby, GF, Mad Donkeys, Kyle, Bearded Florida Man, Nano, Dynamo, Corey, Josh, Jake, Darian, Jacked Up, Tom C, Twitch, Wayne, Rick, The Real CO, G, Lou, Fern. What's going on, everybody? And again, this is a relaxing, chill stream. We are going to have a giveaway today. I didn't put it in the title or a link or anything like that, but the company wanted to offer and, man, wanted to give back to you guys. Oh, super cool. Sky says, I got you playing in my barbershop. Love that. Love that. Look how cool that is. Thank you, guys. And as we get started, drop a comment where you guys are tuning in from. Location, and then are you at work? Are you on lunch? Are you in the U.S.? Are you in other countries? This stream pulls in people from all around the world, which is really cool. And then again, lots and lots of people watch on replay on their way home from work, which I love. Really enjoy that. Tom C's from the UK. Whew, if you guys were in on Monday's Commands Corner, don't get me started on the UK. Not in a bad way. Just, oh my goodness gracious, countries and what is it? We had a full like brainstorming conversation. So we got the UK, we got the US, we got Australia. We have where else we got in here? Florida. That's essentially its own country as well. So yeah, Germany. Love that. Waiting for the kids to come home. Okay. All right. Very cool. At work in Michigan, at work at home. Nice. Awesome. Norway. Man, how many people Norway, Slovenia. That's so cool, you guys. Thank you for making my day and thank you for being here. And a lot of representing in Texas. Love that. All right, so let's go ahead and get right into it. And another aspect of, hey, Mark, another aspect of this show, you guys, Belgium. Wow, that is so cool. Another aspect of this show is the second half of the show. I open it up for topics and questions from you guys in the chat. The first half, I always have 3 set topics. Man, I've been really excited for these topics and for the next shows. The next like 6 topics that we have set, you guys crushed it. Like absolutely fantastic, fantastic topics. And if it gets choppy a little bit, YouTube apparently is having a couple of just small issues this morning. Usually it kind of fixes itself quickly. But if you got any buffering or anything, just make sure you stay live and come back with us and we should be good to go. And let's, Tom said, yeah, let's leave the confusion out today. Absolutely. I still don't know the answer and I'm okay with that. Oh, thanks, Jeff. And so, yeah, man, really, really cool. And yes, the company today that is sponsoring you guys, Deadman's Beard Co., they're from upstate New York. Beautiful land in upstate New York. We drive through that area when we go to the East Coast, go through Pennsylvania, go through New York and the like Buffalo, Syracuse highway. Gorgeous, gorgeous area. All right. But yeah, the stream is about beard care, beard styles, random days, random times. You guys, if you have a question, you can put it out at any time and I will star it. Or wait until it's the topics from the chat, and then you guys can bring those up. But 3 set topics. Get your guys' questions and topics at the end, and then we're going to begin with acknowledging our sponsor. Yeah, Mark's over there too. We got a lot of people represent upstate New York. Super cool. And I was actually thinking about upstate New York earlier. When people think about New York, they often think about cities. They often think about politics. They often think about crime. And then you drive through New York and you're like, there's so much more to this beautiful state than those things that get brought up first, right? It's kind of like my area. People think of Flint and they're like, oh, water, violence, crime. No, man, my area has some amazing places, and Flint itself has some awesome aspects to it. And so, yeah, Deadman says, yeah, we're basically in Canada. There you go. There you go. Too funny. All right, let's go ahead and check out what our sponsor has going on today. And this is Deadman's Beard Co. Now, if you guys, and I don't want to harp or dwell on this for too much, but if you guys follow the reviews, which I know most of you do, and I sincerely appreciate that, you guys remember this story. This company reached out, reviewed them, thought the feel and beard was really good, but the scents weren't for me. I thought there were some things lacking with the website, with the labels, and essentially I just gave some feedback to them. I didn't bash them. It wasn't negative or anything like that. I just was like, hey, here's some preference things and some things that we think. They took it back and they were like, boom, get to work. And they went and busted their butts, made some amazing changes for what Sam and I said, and then far beyond. They took it and ran with it. And then we did a follow-up review, and it was so good. It was so fun to see those changes because they could have taken offense to it. Many companies have. You guys know that I've been threatened to be sued almost probably double digits now. And it's just, and oftentimes companies ghost me and they never talk to me again. This company said, you know what? Let me listen to what you're saying and we'll put our spin on it, right? Nobody should ever take what I say for gospel. I don't ever try to say, hey, you got to do this. This is the way. No. This is just food for thought. Just a little bit of stuff to consider when you're considering your growth into the future. And so that's this company. If some of you are like, oh yeah, okay, I got it. That makes sense. All right. Great blend. Great company. I've really got to know the owners and just great people here. So a little bit of information about them, you guys. And again, shout out to Deadman's for sponsoring this episode. Hit that thumbs up, you guys. At least half of you have not hit it yet. And that's okay. I know you guys will. Hopefully I will earn that thumbs up, aka that like button for you guys. And hey, if you have feedback, like my man right here, Mr. Metal Guy, what's up, Steven? He says, love this company's feel and beard, and their scents are stellar. Packaging is fantastic too. Hey, man, I'm going to star that comment and come back to it again. Thank you. I love that. Really, really cool. So to begin here, they are a company that is also a barbershop owner. They have a barbershop. That's really cool. One of the brothers is a master barber. Fantastic. They have a new scent list. If you check out their website, they have a scent list on there to give you easy access to know what all their scents are. Love that. You guys know that I highly recommend all companies doing that. And they have their new butter, which is a really unique full-bodied butter. When you get it, it may be feeling a little bit different than a lot of the butters you use. And a lot of people will say, oh, it's kind of like gritty or there's a little bit of texture to it. You guys know with me, I don't mind that at all. I actually oftentimes prefer it. Now, I like a rotation. I like a really light, melt in my hand immediately, but I also like a good full body one. And the reason why is oftentimes that full body butter comes from something like unrefined shea. Now, hey, what's up, guys? What's up, Warren? What's up, Bill? What's up, Carlos? Unrefined shea. And shea is a magical product, a magical ingredient, right? You guys know that if there's a beard butter, I genuinely believe they all need shea because it's just awesome. But where we get into like some preference is how refined you want that shea. Now, there's pros and cons to refining shea. And this is kind of a topic on its own. Natural shea butter, unrefined, is better for your beard. It's just true. It has more benefits. It's got more gifts from nature to help out the hair, right? It's the easiest way to put it. Now, the cons of it are it is a little bit more full body. What's up, Carl? It is a little bit more full bodied, a little bit more textured, a little bit more, I don't like the word gritty, but a little bit more gritty. People would say that, a little bit more crystallized, and it melts down immediately, melts down really, really quickly. And so it's really, it's a preferential thing, but it's also, hey, D, I'm going to star your question and we'll hit that at the halftime mark. And it's just something that I think it's thought of in the wrong way at times. And so for me, I just want to make sure you guys understand, hey, this is a full body thing. This is a little bit different. So kind of understand that, but it's great. When you go refined, you can remove that feeling, you can remove the like natural smell of shea, but you lose some of the benefits. And so again, just something to consider there. And that metal guy says, my top scents are psychedelic elixir, cherry stogie, and lemon frosted sugar cookie, and revive and thrive. So awesome little scent list there. Let me see this real quick. We can pull it up on their website as well if you guys want to see what they have here. So I'm going to put this on the screen. Let you guys take a look for a second. I am watching Violet, and I think she's hollering at me on the monitor. So I'm going to put this up real quick, and I'm going to put on a little jam, and I'm going to see what she needs real quick, guys. So take a look and see which ones you think are up your alley, okay? All right. Here we go, everybody. All right, switching back here. I will go over my favorite in just a second. All right, so just a second here, but they do have that great scent list. I will actually link it in the chat right now. If you want to see this, it is in the chat here. There you go. And we have, okay, yep, good here. I'd love to see you do a review of his butters. I've been watching your videos for a while now. I do have an updated review coming pretty soon on this company, so stay tuned. We will have one again really soon here. And Bearded Muppet says, great beard, man. He says, I've been using the bedtime beard butter for about a week, and my beard is already noticeably softer. I would highly recommend it. Man, great feedback right there. Love that. Super cool. All right. And Jacob says, Revive and Thrive and Cherry Stogie both sound awesome. Yeah, that is great, man. Super cool. Okay. Other things with this company, they do have a subscription option. So if you see products that you like and you want to continue, you can save some money. But we will say here, there is a code COMMAND25. This is not an affiliate. I don't get any commission on sales, but I do genuinely, wholeheartedly recommend them to you guys. This is a temporary code. I believe the plan is that this code will remain until the first of the year. So you have all of 2023 to use this code if you would like to take advantage of it. That code is going to be a better deal than the subscribe one as of right now, but understand that this code can go away and it can change over time. And so again, just to consider that code there, command 25. A little bit more about this company here. They have an awesome list of carriers. If you remember this review, Sam and I pointed out how they break down their carriers, and I love this. They give a little bits of names, right? Jojoba, the skin's best friend, right? A lot of people say that that's a very similar oil to sebum oil, or black seed oil, the seed of blessings, because that's gone back for years and years and years and years and years. Broccoli seed, nature's silicone, because it's like an alternative to the silicone. I love that. It's really cool how they break this down. So their beard oil blend, guys, is argan, jojoba, black seed, broccoli, emu, and castor. Now that emu is lower on the list, so it's not a bird oil, right? It's not 50% or more. It's not 75%. Just understand that it goes in the order there. And you can start to see on the screen some of those pictures and products that they have. Really cool art. They have that skull, which is their logo, but then they alter each scent based on what the scent profile is to kind of match the art. It's really cool. And Mark says black seed oil is one of my favorite oils. Same here. Black seed oil is very, very unique. And I actually, and this is so interesting. So I actually had somebody submit, and I had a full conversation with them. Great guy. They submitted a topic, and I don't have it on today's because they submitted it as a response rather than like answering the question. But it's one I've covered recently, and it keeps coming up, and I don't actually agree with it. And the statement would be, great question, Donald. I'll hit that one. The statement would be, how does a company stand out when they all use the same ingredients? And I don't think that's true. I don't really know where that comes from, right? If you were to put this blend into a search, you're not going to find any other beard oil that uses that exact blend. Right. And then I told them, I said, man, if you want to look at different blends, go check out like Johnny Ray's blend, and then go look at Copper John's, and then go look at Dr. Nick's, and then go look at Magic City. I mean, they are like vastly, vastly different blends. We've got thick oils. We've got thin oils. We've got medium ones. We've got bird oils. We've got CBD oils. And every single thing is different. It's kind of what I talked about in my plateau effect video today, right? The beard getting bored. If you haven't checked that one out, please do. There's some really good analogies in there. I'm really proud of it and love it. And I'm just not sure where that thought process comes in, right? I don't have any that have the same list. I don't have any that have, even if they are using similar ingredients, it's the ratios where the magic happens. There's so many different things out there. And yeah, it just brings you variety. Somebody commented today with an analogy about your beard getting bored and the effect of using different blends. They said it's kind of like food. You can eat something and love it. Like it can be your favorite food in the world. If you had to eat that same food every day for 3 months, by the end, it's not quite going to be the same. You're not going to enjoy it as much as you did that first time. You might still eat it. You might still like it, but it's not going to be like that first time. And so that idea of like having the same thing over and over and over again, variety is the key. Variety is the spice. And this is a really unique blend. And so I just wanted to bring that up. I wasn't quite sure. And while we're talking about ingredients, Donald Long says, is black seed oil and Jamaican black seed oil the same thing? So the black seed oil is from the Mediterranean region. Jamaican black seed oil, I'm assuming, is just grown in Jamaica. And so it is the same thing, but it can be a little bit different. I'm not the most familiar with the Jamaican version, but I can tell you a similar one. We have castor oil and Jamaican black castor oil. And the reason why those are different is the roasting process. Castor oil is just extracted from the castor bean, but the Jamaican version is extracted by roasting the bean first and then extracting it. So it gives a little different color, gives it a little different smell, and it slightly changes the pH. So I'm not fully aware of the Jamaican black seed oil, but I would assume it's just the location of where it comes from. I don't know if there's a roasting impact on that one, but it's possible. Yeah, it's definitely possible. Awesome, man. Matt's come in and he said, greetings from Austria. Love that, man. So many cool people here today. All right, Toby, take care, man. Oh, that's Mark on there. Yeah, take care, Toby. Tell the kids hello. Yep. Dan's on point as usual. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Darian says, your older video on the beard plateau helped me so much. I'd been using one brand for over a year and never thought anything of it since I knew it was good. Yeah. And too much of a good thing cannot be great. We know that. So shout out to Deadman's Beard Co. You guys, the sponsor today, making this possible. Command 25 is your discount code. Now, we don't talk sales. I don't talk numbers. I've never will promise anything. I don't say, hey, sponsor today, and people are going to buy a bunch of stuff from you. Now, would I like you guys to try this company? For sure. It's great quality, great people behind it. They're giving back to the community on a regular basis. But there are other ways you can support the sponsor to show them that you value them supporting the community. Go follow them on Instagram. Go check out their Facebook page. Literally just go browse their website. All three of those things help this company out, especially if you go give them a follow on Instagram. I will pull up the link in the chat so you guys can go directly there and not have to like search for it or anything. So hopefully that will be helpful to you guys. I just got to be able to pull it up here a second. There we go. And again, if you have Instagram, it is 100% for free, guys, for free to be able to go follow them and give them some support. It's some really, really cool ways to be able to support without having to spend any kind of money. And so, yeah, man, it's awesome. Really, really, really awesome. Okay, here we go, everybody. Going through. Okay. And yeah, the code is good all the way. Yeah, great question. Thank you, Mark. The code is good all the way through the end of the year is the plan. It's a limited code. I'm sure that could change, but they said it's going to be good until the end of this year. Awesome. And again, maybe it's just you guys adding them to your wish list. That's always a good thing as well. All right. And today, at the end of the show, we are going to do a giveaway. We don't always do it. We don't usually do it. It has happened before, but a random giveaway for one lucky winner on the stream today. And you're going to have to be here to enter. We're not doing the gleam today. It was kind of a last minute type thing. We'll keep it a little bit more casual. So for those of you that are here at the end of the stream, we will be giving away 2 different 1-ounce oils from this company. One is my favorite from them, the Revive and Thrive. And then we'll give away Psychedelic Elixir, which is a favorite of Steven right here. And again, Steven said, love this company's feel and beard, and their scents are stellar. Packaging is fantastic too. There you go. So just stay around, guys. We're going to do this. If you guys want to drop a line saying thanks to this company, or just, hey, we followed you on Instagram or anything, that's always appreciated. And let's go ahead and get into the topics. See what we're going to talk about today. All right, number 1. And man, guys, there are so many good topics today. I am legitimately excited to talk about these. So the first one is beard styles. Whaler, beard stash, mustaches. What are the pros and cons to mustache length? So if you guys have any thoughts on the pros and cons to a mustache, and specifically a mustache length, put it in the chat and we'll hear what you guys have to say. Here are my thoughts. Now, this is completely subjective. This is 100% personal opinion. There is no right or wrong to these answers. Yep, no right or wrong to these answers. For me, a longer, full mustache that is well styled is a really powerful move. I think that brings it together, and I think it's powerful regardless of the length of the beard. I believe if the beard is long, you need a full mustache to balance the beard. For me, my opinion, right? Other people will say otherwise, and that's okay. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong. But I could not imagine having a big full beard like mine and then having a mustache that I choose to take down and have lesser. Now, I know it could be bigger, but I still believe anybody would categorize my mustache as a full one. And I think that it adds in the balance to the beard. That's really important. Now, something like a beard stash is actually one of my favorite styles. Somebody commented today. This is so funny. Somebody commented today and said, hey, what is your favorite style of beard that's not yours? The big, long, full one? And I said beard stash. I really like a nice stubble on the sides and just a power move on a mustache. I think that looks fantastic. So those are some big pros. How it looks. That's about the only pro I know to mustaches. The bigger they get, I think they look good. But I don't know a whole lot of like other good sides to it. Moose says, the longer it is, I find it the easier it is to manage styling wise. Okay. So styling, I do agree. The mustache hairs are coarse, mustache hairs are wiry. And so they can be harder to work with. So the longer they get is something that is good, right? Now, the cons. Woo, there are a lot of cons to a bigger mustache. The mustache is much more of a detriment to my daily life than my beard. And that's saying a lot because my beard is substantially bigger than my mustache. Cons to it, just like Moose said here, certain foods are very difficult to eat with a mustache. The beard is only about crumbs and things falling into it. The beard should not interfere. If so, you're doing something wrong with your eating. The mustache interferes, right? It really does. Ice cream, soup, anything with sauce, anything that's heavily spiced, that's tough. Now, another big con of the mustache is if your significant other or whoever you're kissing does not enjoy whiskers on their lips or in their mouth, that can be an issue. And that's a big one. If you have a big mustache, even if you keep it off the lip like I do, it's still going to come into play when you're kissing. What's the compromise there? Man, you can use heat to get it off to the side. You can use wax to style it. You can trim it, right? That's kind of the purpose of this question. But it's a beast of an issue. It really, yeah, Jake says it well. He says it's a balancing act. It is. In my family, we walk that balancing rope really, really tightly. I want my mustache as big and powerful as possible. Sam does not because of the kissing aspect. That's it. She doesn't care how it looks. She doesn't care anything. It's just about kissing. I like kissing my wife. So there's like this balancing act that I have to walk through. And yeah, it's tough. That's definitely a con. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, absolutely. Jolly says his wife hates it and he trims it all. She says it's too pokey. I use butter, give myself the clap. Yeah. And definitely there, and I've seen a couple people comment about how it can feel worse when it's shorter. That's for sure. But I'm kind of talking like my mustache or going bigger than that, right? My mustache is full. It's dense, it's thick, but obviously it can get bigger. I've had it bigger. You guys have seen videos. It gets crazier. There's a tough little line right there. Yeah, a real tough little line right there. And Jolly corrected it. I knew what you were saying, Jolly, on that one. Yeah, absolutely. And Jeff says, I have to keep it trimmed and stay out of my mouth, but I've learned to do it without affecting the length. Yeah, for sure. And Mark says, if the stash is slightly different color than the beard, it pops when it connects to the beard. Dr. Nick's great. Hey, that's a really good point. Now, another challenge, though, is if it's too light of a color, it can look like it's not there, right? It can have that structural integrity compromised because of the color. I've seen that very commonly with blonde mustaches. Vado says, yep, I grow my stash and can't stand it for long. Understood. Yep, I understand. Burgers, hot dogs. Yeah, anything can be messy with the mustache. Yep. Juicy hamburgers hate the mustache. That's a fact. Yeah, there's no doubt. Yeah, no doubt about it. Wade said, I've had some sauce on my chicken wings I've not had sauce on my chicken wings for over a year. Yeah, I totally understand. And Bearded Muppet says, there are plenty of women that do love the mustache. Yeah, but if you are married, engaged, or in a relationship, that doesn't matter, right? If you're single and finding somebody, that's fantastic to have those options. But if somebody is married, like many of the people in the chat, telling them that there's a lot of women that love mustache, that's not the best route to them. But if you're single, for sure, there's lots and lots of ladies that do. And Moose says, my mustache went up my girlfriend's nose the other day and she was taken aback. However, she loves my mustache, so I'm very happy with it. That's really cool, man. Right? What's up, Jason? What's up, BK? Welcome. All right. And BK says, I worry about that because I haven't kissed anyone since taking on the year. Yeah, I would say be confident. Compromise when you need to, work together, right? There's a whole lot to that. Diablo says, Dan, do you ever trim the top corners of the stash? I find mine get spiky. Yeah, I do. Definitely. I trim most of my mustache. Yep. Easily my most trimmed part of my facial hair. And Bearded Muppet says, I use a fork and knife to eat everything. Me too. I use a fork and knife and I love straws. I am, guys, I made a video on it. If you guys search after this stream, eating with a mustache, my video will pop up as the first one or two. And I'm not embarrassed to say that. I literally had pizza today, leftover. I didn't order it. Sam had it from yesterday. I had pizza for lunch and I used a fork and knife. Literally today, lunch before this stream, I used a fork and knife on pizza. Now, a lot of people will be like, hey, be a man. Eat that pizza the right way. No, I don't mind the fork and knife. So you can definitely find a way around it. Yeah, no doubt. At what point on the face does the mustache end and the beard begins? It would be at the point where the corner of your mouth extends. Right there, you can kind of pinch at that point. That is where your mustache ends, at least from the root, from the base, right? It can grow beyond that, but it's at the root on the base there. And so, yeah, great question. Great question. What's up, Banana Goat? He says he's currently in the process of letting the mustache grow past the annoying stage, still chewing on it, but it's getting easier. And I never had the like chewing face. I hear a lot of people talk about that. I use a heated brush on my mustache every side and I brush it off to the side. I call it the lazy walrus. You guys can look that video up as well. And yeah, absolutely. And sweep it away from the mouth. My buddy Jason, aka Lord Fire Chops, he uses his fingers to do that. I do that throughout the day as well, but I always start with the heated brush. It definitely makes a big difference. So, yep, absolutely. And yeah, I hope this helps. There's a great discussion, great question, pros and cons. I think it looks better, but it does offer challenges to life. No doubt about that. All right, next one. Tips for guys with curly beards. Awesome. Now I'm going to take this in two routes here. I'm going to give tips for guys with a curly beard that do not want it as curly. They want help getting rid of some of those curls. Hey, what's up, Ryan? And then I'm going to go the other route. Tips for guys with curly beards that love the curly beard and just want to make it more doable, usable, right? Because having a curly beard can offer challenges, such as it can be harder to comb your beard, right? That's one thing that can be an issue, is simply getting a comb through your beard when it's longer or when it's curlier can be pretty challenging. So if you guys have a curly beard and you have some advice on either of those routes, go ahead and drop your comments. I'm going to do the one first of the curly beard that you like and you want. Here's some advice. Number one, I highly recommend every other day, not every day, but every other day or less, but a couple times a week, using conditioner in the shower and combing the conditioner through, just avoiding the skin. Do not push the teeth of the comb into your skin. Just go through. And if you say, well, Dan, my beard is too short to do that, if I comb my beard, it's going to hit the skin, then you don't need conditioner. Conditioner is for beards that can get tangled, that can get like matted together, that can just cause issues with snags. That's what conditioner is for. It's not for short beards. Keep that in mind. So I would use it. Mark says he uses conditioner every other day. That's probably the biggest game changer. The biggest game changer for having your beard manageable when it's curly. Conditioner in the shower every other day and comb through it. When you get out of the shower, you will be amazed at how much easier it is to get a comb through your beard. Now, the next tip, if you have a curly beard, is finding the right tools for your job. A tool that every curly beard should have is a pick comb, such as the number 7 or the number 11 from Chicago Combs. A pick comb just gives you the angle, gives you the leverage to be able to get through tangles and snags very simply and very like gently with a curly beard. The right tools and the right products can make all the difference in the world. Obviously, you need to make sure you're drinking enough water. You need to use the right products. That's a given. But those two things can really help. Now, on the other side, if you have a curly beard and you hate it, it's not for you. Heat. Heat is your friend. If you use heat on daily basis, consistently, when using it correctly, staying below 365 degrees, not staying in one spot for too long, not going too fast or aggressively, but heat will solve all those issues. If you don't like the way it looks, heat will straighten it out. If you don't like the way that it feels, heat will make it softer. If you don't like the way that combs get snagged and tangled in your beard, heat will solve that. Literally will solve that, right? If you have a straight beard and a healthy beard, you're not going to get tangles and snags. The comb is just going to go through easier. What causes it is that like that interlocking, that velcroing of those curly hairs that don't allow the comb to go through them. And so that is a really big difference. And Mark says, curly is tough. It makes it look fuller, but it can take longer to notice it getting longer. Absolutely. So that is another aspect, right? If you have straight hair, it's just coming down and it's easier to see through it. If you have curly hair, you're creating your own backboard. You're creating your own density. And that's great for thickness, but anything for length is tough, right? If you have somebody that has a really curly beard, especially like a black man's beard that does kind of the pigtail curls, their beard will look like really dense, really strong. And then you're like, wow, that's so cool. It's just a little bit of a shorter beard. You take one of those hairs and you stretch them out, it's like 5 times the length. And then you let go and it goes boop and springs right back again. It's literally like a spring. So good for density, can be bad for length or for noticing things. And Mr. Michael, aka Moose, says the barrel brush method video is a game changer, plus a cold shot at the end. Love that. Yeah, a good barrel brush or a good round boar's brush can make a nice difference for curly beards and help them out. And I recommend everybody use a cold shot at the end of using heat. Everybody. Adam says, I condition every day, but whenever I use a heated brush, it puffs out and makes it look worse. Stop conditioning every day. I don't think anybody under any circumstance should use conditioner every day. If you drop the conditioner down to every other day, I promise you will see better benefits there. And make sure you are, man, the heat one's a tough one because it's a lot of practice. It's a lot of trial and error. You don't just pick up a heated brush or a blow dryer and know how to use it perfectly. You got to step outside your comfort zone. You got to try new things. You will get it down, but I do highly encourage you to stop using conditioner every day. And again, this is coming from someone that has affiliates and I help market products and sell products. I'm telling you, don't use that stuff every day. Use it every other day at most. And Deadman says heat was a game changer for me, straight up. And Mark says, make sure to get oil to the neck hairs. The neck hairs grow almost down to the bottom of the neck, and they will curl and knot up without oil. True. Really make sure you're working that oil throughout the beard. Love that. Ryan says, I call it the peekaboo effect. You take that hair, peekaboo. I love that. And Deadman says, I thought it was something I did not need head. Tried it, and it's a must-have. Yeah, most people have negative connotations of heat. Most people are used to hearing from women that dye their hair, that treat their hair, and use heat, and they talk about how it kills their hair. No. I actually have a video. If you guys, again, I know I recommend a lot of videos here, but hey, maybe somebody bookmarks them and wants to watch them later. I recommend my video that if you just search Dancy Bearded, heat is healthier. I break down an actual scientific study that when heat is used properly, hair is healthier. Not just better looking, not just better feeling, but healthier. There's actually some damage that occurs in the cortex of the hair when water sits there for too long. So just a little bit there. Not only is heat okay, it's actually better. It really is. It's so true. And Kevin says, my beard is super curly, and I tried deep conditioning method I've seen online, coconut oil with a plastic shower cap, hot toil, and I was shocked at how manageable it made my beard. Yeah, so I've tried that as well. If it really works for you, then it's worth it. For me, I did not see any benefit in the hot oil treatment or the coconut oil treatment, mainly because the softening effect that I got there, Kevin, I experienced that with like bird oils. Like this company has a bird oil in their blend. That got me as good or better results than a really messy and kind of like cumbersome routine of that hot oil treatment. And Tynamo says, I use heat, but cannot get the wave from underneath my chin. Yeah, hey, and if it's something like that, embrace it. Absolutely. And Vado says, yep, I feel like my beard, my best beard looks is around 3 to 4 inches length. Yeah, I agree, Vado. You and I have gone through that a lot, and I agree for sure. And Mad Donkey says, heated brush made such a difference in my beard. Yeah, for sure. And you'll hear it get criticized a lot. But if you go to any Amazon review, you're going to hear it things get criticized because of human error. There's a lot of human aspects involved with doing something like heat and getting it to work. So again, just something to consider there. And Christopher says, heated brush is the key to the beard world. Had my daughter show me some tricks using it behind my beard, makes my beard look good all day. Oh, yeah, you got to go in all angles. Everything. When I use heat, guys, it's always, there's a big part where it's coming from underneath and going away from the face. That's huge. Yeah, absolutely huge. Kevin, I'm going to start that question, my man, and we will hit that pretty soon here at the next segment. Hey, what's going on, man? What's up, Papa DJ? Welcome. All right. Great question. Yep. Great question. And yes, guys, never go above the year. The year is 365 days. Never have your heat above 365 degrees. 360 should be your max. That's my advice. All right. Last one. Man, I love this. And guys, don't miss the next Beard Topics Live either. These are some of the best questions and topics I think we've had in the history of this series. And it just keeps getting better and better and better. So here's a great one. How can you go about educating someone without, how can you go about educating someone without seeming cocky or overbearing and cocky? What's up, George? Welcome in. And this is a great question. This is my world. This is me to a T, right? This is me to a T, right? How can you go about educating someone without seeming overbearing or cocky? What's up, Saad? I love this question because I've never thought about it in words, but it's been on my mind for a very, very long time. Very long time. Give your opinions and your responses in the chat, you guys. Here is mine. And I'm somebody that does this for a living. I literally educate people about beards for a living. And I fully know I can walk the line of cocky and overbearing. I know that. That's my personality. That's who I am. Do I think man to man, person to person, do I think I'm cocky? No, I really don't. I feel like I am confident in who I am. I'm confident in the work that I put in. I'm confident in the knowledge that I know from research and experience. And I just feel really good about my information. Now, do some people take that as cocky? Are some people intimidated by that? Do some people have insecurities that let that take over their thoughts? Absolutely. And that's okay. They can think whatever they want. I genuinely love the quote, your other people's opinions of me is none of my business. You can truly feel whatever way you would like about me. It's not my job to change that mind. You can have that thought, it can change, it can stay, whatever. Now, to answer the question, my advice on not being cocky or overbearing is do not give unsolicited advice, right? I always say this. I love Scuba, but he had a video where he like kind of mocked me a little bit in fun, sarcastic banter. And he said, I was like the guy at the gym with like the little, what is that, a stringer, right? The top, and that goes around and gives people advice on their workouts. That couldn't be farther from the truth. I have never given unsolicited advice. I give solicited advice every day, all day. If you watch a video of mine, you literally solicited that video. You chose to watch that video. You clicked it. You listened to it. That's you asking. If you message me, if you put a question in the chat, that is giving advice to something that I was asked. I do not, have not, will not go up to people at the store and say, hey, man, beard looks like crap. I think you should fix it. Here, my name's Dan. This is what I do. Let me help you out. Or I don't go up to people. And this is something too, even when people say to me and they will go and say, hey, man, I love this beard oil. If I don't love it, I don't push back to them. I don't tell them they're wrong. I literally say, that's awesome. That's great. I'm glad it's working for you. That's usually my go-to. I'm so glad it's working for you. And then if they say, what do you think about that? I say it belongs in the garbage. It's a horrible product. It has silicones. It should never be near your beard. Keep that mineral oil away from me. And then I give them the information. But I think the key here is not giving unsolicited advice, right? That is really, really important. And so when you do that, if you guys ask me a question directly, I don't think it's cocky to give an answer. I don't think it's overbearing to give real information, even if it's backed with research, even if it's backed with passion. I think that's okay. So that's the key for me. And I don't really know if there's much more to it than that. Just answer when asked. And I think that is important because oftentimes, even when it's needed, even when it's not, even when it's, man, good advice, even when it's advice that they will take later, nobody likes to hear unsolicited advice. It can burn. It can make relationships harder. That's when it gets tough. Yeah, that is really when it gets tough. So Tom says, in a calm manner, like other conversations. Great advice. Be open, honest, and don't act like your way is the only way. And that's important too. There's actually a topic on this next week. If we have two different Mooses in here, but if Moose Hiking is in here, his question will be on the next live. And it's kind of about this because you're right. There is not just one way. Now, there are some topics, right? If you were to say, hey, Dan, I believe gasoline belongs in the beard, and I were to tell you, no, it doesn't, I do believe my way is the only way. I don't think there's even a debate or a discussion on gasoline in the beard. That's pretty clear cut. However, if somebody were to say, hey, I think thick beard oil is the best beard oil, it's the only kind of beard oil you should use, well, it's what works for you. That's what works for you, but it doesn't work for everybody else, right? We talked about here today, we talked about different types of beards and different ways you could approach it. We talked about curly beards and said, you can go down this path or you can go down this path. I didn't say one was better. I didn't say one was worse. I just simply said you can go this way or this way, So I like that, BK. That's really good. Really good. Mark says, just be yourself. Yeah, be yourself. If people don't want to take that, that's fine. That's on them. And Tynamo says, education starts with listening. Ooh, I like that. Yep, I really like that. And Tom says, make sure it's clear that your opinion isn't final word and only that what works for you personally. For sure. Yep, absolutely. And with that said, it is trying to figure out when it is fact versus opinion. You know, that is a really, really good point. Yep. Answer when asked. Yeah. Dan, I'm going to ask Scuba to put a burping sound on his beard mez. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And you always say, in my opinion, or for my beard as well, you are well-researched and fact-based as well. Thank you. I hope that comes across, and I do believe that, right? When I was giving you guys feedback, I didn't say you have to do this. I didn't say I was right. I just said, hey, in my opinion, I think this would help. In my opinion, I think consumers would like this. Do I have a well-rounded perspective? I do. Hey, Lana, welcome. And so, yeah, really, really, really good ones. All right, Wayne, thank you, sir. Thanks for coming back. And Semper Fortis, a.k.a. Saad, says, you make excellent points about not giving unsolicited advice. Yeah, I've only seen it. I've seen two things come out of unsolicited advice. I've seen it hurt relationships, but I've also seen it help people, right? You all can probably think of a situation where you have received unsolicited advice or you have given unsolicited advice and it hurts. It burns, but they were right. That's where this gets tough, right? That's where this gets tough. If you genuinely want to help somebody out, but you know it might hurt their feelings, you know it might hurt the relationship, at least temporarily, is it worth it to still give that recommendation, that information? Whew. That's tough. That's tough. You know, I've been on the side of receiving news I didn't want to hear. And then later on, I'm like, they were right. I try to do my best to be a man and apologize, to be a man and own it. I've been there. But getting unsolicited advice, not always the most fun thing in the world. So, yeah, yep, really good. Darren says, yeah, I feel like the unsolicited advice can make people feel attacked or insulted, especially if they don't know you well. Dude, yeah, spot on, man, spot on. You do. When you didn't ask for something and then someone tells you you're wrong or you're doing something wrong, you do feel attacked. There's no doubt about it. So I love this question so much. Answer when asked. That's where I'm at. And again, I give beard advice for a living. I have a show tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, Beard Advice Live, but I don't go around to random strangers and give them advice. So yeah, yep, absolutely. All right, Lana, I said hello. Was it, if you had something more than that, I did not see that one. So yes, for your endearing and adorable comment, say hi and hope you're doing great. I am doing great. Thank you for coming in. Absolutely. And Sky says, not sure if you've already, but it would be a great idea to do a video on how to get your beard trimmed at barbershops. Tons of climates. I do. I have several actually. Yep, I have some really good ones. Just look up like Dancy Bearded Barbershop Trim or barber or trim advice. And I've got some videos on how to talk to a barber, how to not leave lingo. And we'll kind of go to the next thing here. And this is a good little transition. How to not leave something up to like discretion. For example, as a barber at a barbershop, you would know this. There's a lot of different understandings of a cleanup. There's a lot of different understandings of a shape up, right? A fade, any term that's used in the barber world, there's a lot of different understandings of it, especially if you're not a barber. You could go there and say, hey, man, I just want to get a cleanup. And your idea is, I just want a little tiny bit off the outer transparency of my beard. Well, that barber might say, hey, let's go. I'm going to clean this bad boy up into a beautiful shape. And they end up taking off way more than you wanted, but you weren't clear, right? And another aspect of this is, and I know you're a barber, so this may not be about you. I teach barbers, right? I literally go around the country teaching at barber expos. I go around at barbershop schools and I educate barbers on the difference of head hair, the difference of beards. What I have found with beard trims for a lot of barbers is they see their value in clippings on the floor. Meaning, when they trim a beard and they're going to charge you $15 and it's just a light little transparency trim, even if that's what you want, even if you're like, I know what I'm paying for, I just want you to do this. Unfortunately, there's a lot of barbers that are like, man, I don't feel like I did enough. I don't feel like I added value for the cost, and then end up taking more. You need to be super clear as the consumer. You need to be super, super detailed as the client. The best thing in the world that is far above any lingo or language you could speak would be pictures or videos. Come in and say, I want my beard to look like this. If you have a picture of your current beard, draw a line on it, show them where it should be, and let them know, like, this is exactly what I want. So being clear, Being concise is so important. It's your beard. You're paying them to do what you would like to your beard. So oftentimes, I think guys are too nice. We don't want to say things like, oh, the barber's the expert. Oh, the barber has all the experience and knows what they're doing. I don't want to tell them how to do their job. No, 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 no. It's your beard. Their job is to paint the picture that you have in your mind. And so, yeah, really important, man. And I love these streams because sometimes I get out a little bit of like little lines or little blurps and it just hits just right. The barber's job is to paint the picture that is in your mind. Dig! That was pretty nice. Yeah, that was really nice. I love that. And Deadman says, I noticed Skies and other barbers at Noble always ask to see a photo. Yeah, photos are key. Photos transcend all languages. Yep, all languages. Twice today. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right. Fern says, if I want to buy a DNC hat, where do I go for the bearded folks? Absolutely. I will put a link in the chat right now, my man. We have a merch shop that is ran and created by my wife, Sam C. She makes all the shirts. She comes up with all the designs, everything. And so it's in the link. A link is in the chat. It's Beauty and the Beard MI on Etsy. So go ahead and check that one out here. We have right now currently 2 hats available. We have a beanie, and then we have the hat that's on my head right now. So both those are available, as well as all of our different shirts and stuff that we have going on today. And again, guys, just a quick recap on our sponsor. I always like to go back. Deadman's Beard Co. Thank you for sponsoring today's episode. If you guys enjoyed today, we're not done, but if you enjoyed today, hit that thumbs up. And Command 25 is worth 25% off. You can go back and listen to all the things we said. We will have a giveaway coming up in about 5 minutes. So stay tuned, guys, about 5 minutes until this last giveaway here. And then I'm going to hit some topics from the chat. We don't have a ton of time on these ones today. We are limited to an hour on the stream, especially with little Miss Violet here. My daughter, she's just cute, adorable. You can see her. She's just hanging out there. She didn't want to get in her bed. I said, that's okay. You can hang out and watch some. She was watching Sheriff Callie. So shout out to anybody that has kids out there. All right. Question here. Any tips for someone with a full beard and psoriasis? Yes. Reach out to me. I would love to give you some specific advice with knowing a couple of factors about you. Number 1 and number 2, by far the most important when it comes to this kind of skin condition, lower your stress and drink a lot of water. If you are dehydrated, man, that's going to rear its ugly head. If you are stressed, that's when it really shows itself, and that's proven. So lower your stress and increase your water. G squared. Can overconditioning lead to beard knots? Yes. Overconditioning can suffocate the pores. It can stunt the hydration of the beard, which in result will end up in a beard knot. 100% it can. Or knots caused by other reasons. It ultimately comes down to hydration. And then the only other main cause of knots is grooming too quickly. If you're combing your beard too fast, it gives you that ribbon effect. And if you don't know what I mean by that, think about the ribbon on a balloon. It's straight. And then you take scissors and you run the scissors with a little bit of friction, right? A little bit of tension. And a little bit of heat plus tension equals direction. But take those scissors, you run it along the ribbon, it curls up. Your beard does the same thing when you comb too fast. So slow down and stay hydrated. Yep. Second, winter signs conditioner is going bad. It will change colors or it will smell. It's harder to tell. It's very, very simple to tell when a beard oil, beard balm, beard butter goes bad. It smells like rotten eggs. It goes rancid. Conditioner can change colors. It can turn pink. It can turn black. If it turns black, you got real trouble, guys. Look around the lid, the cap of the conditioner. If you start to see little black spots, throw it away immediately. That's bad. Yep, that is bad. Other than that, it's tough to tell. You get about a year on conditioner, not much more at all. 9 months to a year is all you're going to get. Normal beard products, you get 2 to 3 years on average. Love that. All right, question regarding today's plateau video. How similar can oils in rotation be to each other while still avoiding the beard plateau effect? 90%, 80%? I don't think there's a number we can put. I don't think it's as scientific as that, at least right now with my understanding and what's out and available to us. The key is changing up the properties. If you go from a thin oil is more fast absorbing. It penetrates deeper into the layers of the skin and it gets into the hair quicker. And that has like a solid base of what it does. A thick oil does some penetration, but not as deep, not as quick, and it seals and coats the hair, seals and coats the skin. When you switch between those, you're experiencing a massive difference, a really big difference. I couldn't even put a number to it if I tried, but there's big differences there. So great question. I don't feel comfortable putting a number to it because it would just be like an assumption or a guess. So yeah, I like that one. That's a really, really good question. Really good question. My goatee area is thick, but my side is thin. Very common, man. And it's been 1.5 years. I'm 24. I did one trim. Think about derma rolling. Any advice? Dude, you could give it time. Those areas take longer to fill in, and I know you're at your age, and so it's easy to be like, I want it quicker, I want it better. Your beard's going to keep getting better on average until 42 years old. 42 years old. If your goatee's coming in thick, you got a really good chance that the rest will. So I would have patience and healthy habits. And then if you want a little bit more specific advice, reach out to me. If anybody wants to get a hold of me, guys, Dan C. Bearded on Instagram or Dan_command@yahoo.com. And BK says, yeah, there's a lot of people that mix up tapers and fades. They think they're the same thing. Yeah, no doubt. Also, clients will show a beard that is styled and using products and expects it to look like that every day without the work. Oh, so true. So true. You got to learn a routine and the products on how to make it look great. Yep. No doubt about it. Yeah, no doubt about it. I agree on unsolicited approach. As a retailer, I get lots of approaches, but I keep to myself. Yeah. Yep. No doubt. Really, no doubt. I don't go anywhere without my hat. Hey, thank you, but same here. Same here, man. No doubt. All right. Thank you, Darren. He says, Sam makes great stuff too, and you'll definitely be happy with it. Yeah, Fern's been a great supporter. He's newer to the channel, but has been offering great comments and great stuff on the channel, just supporting. Coach says, does beard wash double as a good facial cleanser for the rest of your face? Normally, yeah. Yep, absolutely. I do use a dedicated face wash, but you can get away with beard wash as well. Yep, no doubt. What's up, Travis? Welcome. Awesome, guys. What's up, Bob? Hey, if you missed any part of this show today, you guys, I highly encourage you to go back and watch the replay or just listen to it. Some of my favorite topics we've ever covered were on today's show. So thank you, guys. Really good numbers. Kind of crazy to think in the middle of the day, randomly, like unannounced, except for a couple of hours on what's today, Thursday or Wednesday? Wow. On a Wednesday, we're like holding 80 people plus all stream. Crazy, man. Thank you guys so much for being here. Let's go ahead and do a giveaway. So this is going to be an old school one. This will be an old school giveaway. We are not doing the Gleam. We are going to do a random number generator. So it's going to look like this. I'm going to put a range in there and I'm going to hit generate. And the first one that shows up on my screen with the correct number gets the win. And all you guys are going to do is reach out to Deadman's Beard Co. and you're going to claim your victory with them. Instagram is the easiest, or Facebook. If not, you can go through their website and use their email on the website. And yeah, Samuel, 100%. I've already started preparing for it. Samuel says, are you going to be making your video on best beard products 2023? Yep. It is always the last week of October. So it's coming up soon. Last week of October every year is when I make that video. Literally my least favorite video to make of the year. I'm not just saying that. I hate making that video, but I know how valuable it is. I know it does well in the views. I know that people like to have something in one spot. And my style personally, I don't like to split it up into a bunch of individual videos. I like to just do one. Boom. You guys can go and get the best oils, butters, balms, conditioners, washes, soaps, whatever else is out there, all in one video. So, yep, that was a big one for me. And Banana Ghost says, I forgot to hit the like button. Just a reminder. Thank you. Just in time for the good karma for the giveaway. Okay. So that is how this is going to work here. Now, a couple of rules. I'm going to give you a number range. You're going to type it, and then you're going to hit enter when you hear the word go. I'm not going to say that again until it's time. G-O is when you hit it. You may only enter once. And now listen carefully, please. You see these big I got satellite ears. I have massive ears, you guys. I've always had big ears, big head, big ears, big brain, I would like to think. But I always had to say this. This is one of the reasons I got away from this giveaway method, because the internet is the internet. The way the order of the answer shows up on your screen is not necessarily the order it shows up on mine. Essentially what happens is the internet prioritizes your answer above everybody else. At roughly about the same time, we're going to have 88 people hitting enter and sending an answer. Well, the internet has to put it into one list, single file for me. When you hit enter, your answer shows up right away on your screen, but not everybody else's. So please understand, the internet prioritizes your answer. Now, almost everybody else will see the right order except for theirs. It's just that yours will show up strange on yours. So when I tell you that word, G-O, you're going to give me a number. Now, the range is going to be a little bit different, right? I don't just do that normal range because Some people don't answer. There's double numbers. There's a lot to it, right? So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Okay. And it's free, 100%. Yeah, this is free, you guys. There's no entry needed, no purchase needed. Don't, and I've always, that is a tough thing, right? If I'm being real and vulnerable and honest here, people that complain about free things, like, that's tough. Yeah, that is tough. So yes. Yep. Yeah, the StreamYard tool is cool too, Gary. I've seen a couple problems with that personally, but it is a cool tool. Yep, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. When are you going to do a review on the best UK products? When I try more UK products. I don't have the sample size to make a statement like that, unfortunately. I know a company that I like and use, but outside of that, I haven't found a bunch of good ones, but I know they're out there. They just haven't really approached me. So if any of those companies want to get on my radar, essentially, I'm so dang busy. Approach me, right? Reach out to me. I'm not likely going to go on like a UK spending spree right now. Just being honest, All right. Let's go here. And yes, only enter once, please. If you enter multiple times or you delete an answer, you are voided out and you are no longer able to enter this giveaway. One answer, no deleting it. Wait till you hear this one here. And if you have a moment to mention the subscribe offer, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. So again, guys, I did touch on this briefly here, but they do have the subscription offer. I'll even get fancy on you guys for a second. If you check out on their website, they do have a subscription option where you guys can save 15%. If there's a product you love and you don't want to think about it and you just want to get it sent to you each month, you got a little subscription option there. Pretty dang cool. All right, let's go ahead. Oh, I had it up on the screen. Let me pop back here. Subscription offer. Yep, you can subscribe. You can, if it's something that you enjoy. And then the one part, yeah. Thank you, Deadman. The one part that is pretty cool. If you subscribe to the rotating set right now, you get a free oil your first month. So the one you signed up for, you get, and they add in another oil for free. So that is a cool little offer there. Thank you, Deadman. Awesome. All right. I'm going to give you guys your number range. And then when I say the word that is spelled G-O, you will type your answer, and then you will hit enter. All right, Jacked Up Love the Works, you're clear. You're good. You can redo here. No worries. All right, guys. The number range, and so 2 ounces the first month. That's right. The number range, guys, is 70 to 99. Go. 70 to 99. Go. I have my answer on the screen. When the first one pops up, I will tell you guys, and again, only go once. Wow, the chat erupted. Okay, I do see a correct answer. Now I just had to figure out who is the first one that got it. All right. I'm going to show on here. Let me see if we make sure we have, if it didn't get too crazy out there. Okay, man. A lot. And we started off firing with like three, literally of the first 4 answers, 3 of them were 88. It is not 88, but that was pretty crazy. Okay. All right. We do have a winner. Several of you did put this, you guys, but just understand we can only have one winner. It's the first one that's on my screen. All right. The winning number was 84. And I double checked. I triple checked. And it was an early one, a quick one. Our winner, excuse me. What a terrible cough. Our winner of the Deadman's 2 different beard oil giveaways is Matt Foley. Hey, and it should be the same on all you guys. You guys can go back up and look unless it prioritized your own. You guys double check. But Matt Foley, you have won. Congratulations, dude. Heck yeah. Great family, great supporter of this channel, great beard, family man. Love that. Matt, you're just simply going to reach out to Deadman. You can message them on Instagram. I know you have that. That's going to be your best way, or use their website if you need to there. But Deadmans, thank you for the giveaway. Thank you for sponsoring this stream. Thank you guys for being here. What a success. This is so fun. I could talk beard stuff all day, you guys, but we got stuff to do. I got boys to pick up from school. I got Violet to wake up from her rest. We don't call it nap anymore. We just call it rest. But other than that, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I can't wait to see you guys tonight. I'll put a little scrolly down at the bottom. It is Beard Advice Live at 9 p.m. Eastern. If you want to send in to be a part of the show to get advice on your beard, whether you need to trim or style or help reach your goals or address your problems, send an email. Do it like right away because you don't have too much longer to beardadvicelive@gmail.com. We'll get you on the show tonight for free and get you some expert advice from the community, from the chat. There's some really good people out there. All right, guys, thank you so much. I genuinely appreciate all of you. Reach out if you need anything. I'm out of here, guys. Please stay bearded and stay positive.